Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to take you through the very basics of market structure. Okay, as a beginner, you have to understand what market structure is because that is what actually moves and drives the market. Okay, so you want to understand what market structure is so that you'll be able to catch up with the flow and then the trend of the market. So we are going to start with the buy trend, then we look at the sell trend, then we look at the ranging market. Okay, so we have three forms of market movements. Okay, forms of market movement. The first one is a bullish market. The second one is the bearish market. And then the third one is a ranging market. Ranging or consolidating market. Okay. Alright, so let's look at each of them. Okay, so when we say bullish market, we want to see a series of higher highs, higher lows in that order. Okay, price breaking structures to the upside, forming that movement like a wave pattern. And the same thing applies to that of the bearish market. Market will be giving a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs in that order. Okay, then for that of the ranging market, price will just be consolidating within a price range without you knowing the direction at which the market is going. Okay, so the market can be doing something like this. So let's take each of them, especially the bullish and the bearish markets, and let's look at them into details. Okay, so let's consider that of the bullish market. So in the bullish market, we want to see a series of higher highs and higher low. You see, then we have this level as our turning point, which is our resistance. But in the bullish market, we are not going to sell from our resistance. Price is going to break above the resistance, and what you do is that you wait for price to retest the resistance which was broken and now become your support level, and you buy from there. Then at the same time, price is forming a new higher low. Then price push ups again. This time around, don't sell from the new resistance because it's a higher high and price is going to break above it since we are in a bullish market. And now, how do you determine that a market is bullish? You want to see price forming this kind of pattern for you. At least have a series of a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, and then a higher low. At least two of these can confirm that the market is bullish. So once you have been able to identify this, all you do is to keep marking your resistance levels, either with a line or with a zone. And whenever price comes there, you only look for buy since it is now your support level. Okay, so price will be giving you this kind of pattern, forming series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, another higher low, and then another higher high. Okay, so this is the formation that price will be forming as it keeps going to the upside. Each level, each new higher high will have to break above the previous higher high. Okay, so we have this higher high, and the next higher high, price will have to break above this one, forming a new resistance. Okay, so this is what you need to know about market structure. So when price breaks any level, you mark that level and wait for price to come and retest that same level before you pick your trade. And also giving you confluences, making it logic, making it more reasonable that it comes in line with other factors you know. So as price breaks above this new higher high, it forms a new support, okay, which is your previous resistance. And you know that when price breaks any resistance, price will have to come and retest that same support level before you buy. And this time around, you have two confluences. It's a resistance which has been broken, and now price is coming as a retest, which is now a new higher low. Okay, so that gives you much confluence to buy from this level. And then also, don't forget that anytime you pick a trade, you have to put your stop loss to it. So you put your stop loss below each level you pick your trade from. Okay, so this is what you have. You have your higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low in that order. And this is what defines a bullish market. So like I said earlier, the only thing you do is you buy from the highs, okay? And we look at other structures where you'll be buying from the low. But for now, let's focus on buying from the highs as price retest the highs, okay? The higher high, which becomes your new higher low. So when price breaks any level, you mark that level and price comes, and as price comes to that level, you look for buy opportunity and you buy to the upside, targeting this level as your first take profit. Then you consider price breaking above it. So now let's look at that of the bearish market too. So the same thing applies here. In the bearish market, you want to see series of lower lows, a lower high, and then as price is coming, this is your new support level. This time around, we are not going to buy from the support level because we are in a bearish market and you want to see price breaking above the support. Now as price breaks from the support level, you already know that we always want to sell from the resistance. This support level has now become your resistance, so you want to sell from the resistance level. And as price is coming, you target price breaking above the support level, so you don't buy from the support level. Now since you have been able to identify that the market is bearish, you don't consider buying from the support levels. All you have to do is to wait for price to break the support level, retest it, and then you sell. Okay, so you are going to see more of this pattern forming up. Okay, price will retest the previous support, then you sell. Price will break the support level, forming a new lower low, then you sell, in that order. Okay, so this is what you are going to have, or this is what defines the bearish market. Series of lower highs, lower low, lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, in that order. And make sure that each new lower low must go below the previous lower low. Okay, each new lower low must go beyond, each new lower low must break the previous lower low, forming a new support of which you are not going to buy from. So all you have to do is to be marking the support levels and then wait for price to break them. As price retests those levels, then you sell. As price retests those levels, then you sell. You're only selling from the low, the higher low. You are selling from the higher low and not the higher high. So the higher low, you wait for price to break the higher low, which is the lower low, which is your support level. And as price retests the support level, then you sell from that point. Okay, So this is the very basic market structure for beginners. Okay, so we'll go into the chart quickly. We look at few examples, and then you do the rest of the work by presenting more chart analysis of what you have learned, either to my DM or in now various. Okay, so let's start from here. Okay, let's start from this point. What do you see? Once a level is being broken, you just mark that level. This is a resistance level which has been broken. Okay, so it has not been retested yet, so you mark it. Let's look at the major ones. Okay, so this is a major turning point. If you use the line chart, you see it clearly. Okay, so you can mark this level either with a line or the zone. Okay, so once you mark this, when you change to the line chart, you are going to see it's so clear, and you see price retesting that level. Okay, so this is the resistance we marked. Okay, this is the resistance. You see price retested it, broke above it, retested it, and then it went to the upside. Let's look at the major turning point. Okay, so let's look at this bearish movement. So how do we know that the market is bearish? So you will see price giving you a high, a lower low, a lower 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 high, in that order. Okay, so all you have to do is to be selling from the lows, like we said earlier. So you have to identify your lows and then you mark them. So this is the previous low. So as you mark it, you see price broke below the support level. Price broke below the support level, came down here. I went to retest the previous low, then it sold. Then we have this as our new support level. Okay, we have this level, we have this level as our support level, which has been broken. Now what do you see price doing here? You see, when price got to that same level, price went to retest the previous low, which is our previous support level, retested it, and then it sold from that point. Okay, so this is what you need to be looking out for. As price breaks any level, you just mark out the level. So we had another break of structure here. Over here, price broke but went inside before dropping, so that's not a very good example. Let's look for more examples. Okay, so in the bearish market, you saw price breaking above this resistance. Okay, and as price breaks above the resistance, quickly price came to retest the resistance. So you have your new, this is your higher high, your higher low, your new higher high, and your new higher low. Okay, this is your higher low, that's where you buy from, and you target price creating a new higher high, okay, to the upside. So the same thing happened over here. We saw price breaking above the resistance level, came back to retest it and went to the upside. So let's look at another example too as well. So this is let's mark this level. So there is another resistance which got broken. Okay, so you see price coming to retest that same resistance, which was your previous higher high. Okay, so quickly after the breakout, you see price came to retest that same level. Okay, price came to test the level which was broken, which is your previous resistance or the higher high, which was broken. And then after the retest, that is where you pick your trade, like I always say. So when you pick your trade too, you don't forget to put your stop loss below, and then price goes to the upside. Okay, so this is the end of our lesson. Make sure you go back to the chat, you practice whatever you have learned, and then you send me screenshot of everything you also learned. If you have any difficulty, make sure you reach out to me in DM or any of our trading groups, and then I'll assist you. Make sure you leave a like to this video, subscribe to this channel, so that whenever I drop any video, you get a chance to watch it.